And we're back. Sorry about that, lads. But hey, you know, sometimes you just have to do things in life they didn't initially plan on. So yeah, I was kind of rushing through what I was trying to say, but basically, coming back over here, there is that candle with 1,000 in it. If you really wanted to grind out money and you were really desperate, that is a pretty quick way of doing it because it's reliable 100% of the time. Coming over here, we get the Alucard shield. The actual Alucard shield. You know, the good one. So looking at the map now, we are going to... Here is our kind of full plan here. First, let's go to the entryway and activate that teleporter, making our lives even more easier. Oh, it's 2,000, not even 1,000. So I guess you would only have to do that 2,500 times. No, you would have to do that 25,000 times to get 500,000 to buy the duplicator. If my math is right. I don't know, math was never my strong suit in school. I'm not really a math brain. That's just not what I'm like. Alright, grab that shiitake. Yeah, so here we are in the entryway. And we're gonna kind of ignore that right there. And just keep on going this way. Now, in this room, this enemy is called a Dragon Rider. And you can kill the whole thing, but you can also kill the flea man riding on top of it, and the rest of the monster will become friendly towards you and help you out. So I'm going to attempt to do that if I can. It's not easy. Also, that dodo bird, you want to take him out as soon as you see him. He's not dangerous, but he'll run away, and he does have a pretty rare drop. That is called, I want to say it's called a rune blade, but I'm not positive. And also, we want to get into this room right here. Whoa. Perfect. Grab us that life max up. Nice. Yeah, I know I'm skipping stuff, but don't worry. It's all going to work out. Whoa! That was terrible timing on my part. Over here, we got the talisman. And that is another equipable thing over here. May absorb damage taken. Not very reliable. Don't recommend equipping it. Alright. Let's ignore him for a sec. I really just want to go over here. There we go. Now we have this active. Now we're going to make our way back underground. Down towards the mines. Into the abandoned... well, we're not going to do the catacombs just yet. We're actually going to go back this way. Actually, you know what? I know I keep changing the plan here, but we are going to go into the catacombs. But we're actually going to clear out the beginning part of the entryway first. Because there is an item I was planning on getting, but, you know, I think it's just going to be more convenient to do it in a different order. So let's go through here, take out that Jack of Bones, take out this guy. Ah, Dodo's getting away. Not much I could do about that. I was trying to take out the flea rider there, but couldn't do it. I'm not good enough at video games. So let's keep pressing on. We're going to go all the way into this room. Now, we want to break this over here. And then, remember there was that like fancy thing we did last time where we went through one end as a wolf. And then we turned into a bat and we flew back. We had to do that again. Because that's going to open up. We come up over here. This little area again. You want to come in here because you're going to get the barrel circlet. And what this does, it lets you absorb lightning damage. So anytime you get struck by lightning, it'll heal you. Why do we want that? Well, you'll find out. Don't worry about it. Alright, let me grab stopwatch. Sure, why not? We'll have a stopwatch. That sounds kind of fun. I never realized how much actual hearts that used. Wow. 20 hearts. Alright, let's come over here. Fill this in. Time's up. What? What the hell? You would be fucking shitting me. What the fuck? We are not connected to Xbox Live? Did this really just happen? Why are we not signing in? What the hell? Oh, okay, we're good. Things are good. We're back to normal. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Man, this is like a cursed Let's Play, huh? We're just having all sorts of issues. Oh, thank you, Devil Familiar. Take the holy water. Man, that was a little scary, to be honest with you. I thought I just lost a whole bunch of progress. Another reason why you should regularly save, because you never know when stupid things like that might happen. Thankfully, it worked out, but that could have easily been a situation where it didn't. We over here, fire boomerang. Yeah, nothing fun. We'll take the knife. I want to keep the knife. Let's take those guys out first. There we go. Gotta be careful with that Nova skeleton, because he could hurt us a lot. Okay, so where else do we have to go? Straight ahead, I guess. Shurikens. Man, I'm not getting any of the... Oh, cool, I did it! Yeah, so he'll follow us throughout this area, and he'll go take out enemies for us. Usually. If he wants... If he'll actually touch it. See? There we go. And now we got 2 to help us out. Nice. Fall down over here. What's that? The cross? Ah, screw the cross. I don't want that. Get a hammer and an no, an anti-venom. Not an uncurse. If it was an uncurse, I'd say don't even bother picking it up. We don't need it. We're immune. Get all that. Fill in that. Should all be filled in. Alright. So we could explore the rest of the entryway, but now we're going to go back to the catacombs because we got what we need. Well, we're going to start making our way to the catacombs. And the alchemy lab is going to be the last area that we go into. Start making it. Alright, so also those flea riders, they can drop an item, an accessory called the Lapis Lazuli, which actually greatly increases your luck. And it's very worth it getting. Ugh. I can't speak English. It's not my first language. Take it easy on me. No. It's an item that's very much worth getting because it gives you a huge boost to luck. So again, luck increases the chance that an item will drop, which is always welcome. So let's come back over here and start heading back underground. Whoop. Sorry, Mr. Jackabones. I feel like they're overusing you as an enemy, Mr. Jackabones. I must say. A little dive kick action. Did I go in the room up there? I did. Alright. What the hell? Why do we keep disconnecting from Xbox? What is going on? This better not become a big issue here. If not, we might have to just... Your console can't connect to Xbox. You will lose... But no, I wanna try again. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. This better not be happening. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Did we save? I can't even remember the last time we saved, too. You gotta be yanking my chain. Why can't I connect to Xbox Live? What are you talking about? I don't want Xbox Edition. No. We're gonna cut here, because I'm having technical difficulties that are a little ridiculous right now. Okay, so after that technical mishap, we lost some progress, so we're gonna have to do a couple of things over again. Hopefully that does not happen again. I think I got it sorted out, but hopefully that does not happen again. And we don't have that issue anymore. Because if we do, well, first of all, I'm going to write an angry letter to Konami that they're not going to read because they're a terrible company about making it so that this game requires an online connection. This single-player RPG requires an online connection on the Xbox 360. Number one. Oh, son of a... Who's this? A little Hellfire action. Dang it. Dang it! Let's go. Hopefully, you're not... I think you're too far off screen. There we go. Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do is write an angry letter to Microsoft, too, about the same exact thing. Because that's just a little ridiculous. Like, I bought the game. I downloaded the game. Like, what right do you have to tell me that I cannot play the game that I paid money for and downloaded on my own system? I don't even remember if I got the barrel... I did get the barrel circle. Yeah. Alright. So I showed you the Ouroboros thing over here. But what I want to actually do is try and kill some of those, see if I can get a Lapis Lazuli. Oh my god. Take him out. Thank you. Take this guy out. Firewire. Good. Keep on moving. You give me a cross. We've been over that. You give me a hammer. This is an anti-venom. Sorry if this is a little bit of repeat for you guys. I could cut it out, but I think it's funnier if I do it while I keep complaining about how much I absolutely despise the video game industry. Because I think it's absolutely asinine that it's something of you know, what had just happened even can happen. The mere fact that this offline single-player RPG from a decade ago requires an internet connection to play on a dead system. Think about that for a second. If that is not the height of ridiculousness, then I don't know what else to tell you. So that's, you know, it reminds me of when the Xbox One was coming out and they want to do that like always online thing. And we just saw right there why always online is just a terrible idea. Because this is a game that's always online. And, you know, for a while, we had no problems whatsoever, but, you know, nothing lasts forever. We actually just had a problem that was related to internet connection, and not only did we lose progress, but it also jeopardized the entire nature of this recording. So, imagine if I was a Let's Player who was making millions of dollars with my Let's Plays. I could sue Microsoft for billions and billions of dollars. I couldn't actually do that. I couldn't get away with that. Now I'm just being ridiculous. But that would be funny, though. Especially if I won. You know, everybody likes to say they'd win that $1 trillion billion lawsuit. But the truth is that if you're fighting for a lawsuit that big, first of all, nobody has that much money to pay you. Secondly, if it was really a trial that major, whoever you're suing for that kind of money is going to go to trial with you. They are not going to settle. And you can bet your ass that their lawyer is going to be, their team of lawyers is going to be way better than the lawyer that you're going to hire. So you don't have a shot. Alright. Come on. Do the Hellfire. Perfect. Oh, we overshot it a little bit. That's okay. So now we're gonna go to the underground abandoned mines, which should be right up here. And over here, get a little visit from our friends Slugger and Gabon, who have now become regular enemies. Which is something that completely ruined them for the rest of Castlevania. After this game, they were never bosses again. They were always just regular enemies after this, which is a shame. To think, they went from the two hardest bosses, well, two of the hardest bosses. Actually, I would say that Slogre is the hardest boss in Super Castlevania 4. Followed by, I don't know, that's a tough one. Because the bosses are actually not the worst part of Super Castlevania 4. In fact, the bosses in Super Castlevania 4 are pretty easy. Like, Slogre is the only one that's a real exception. Gaben can be kind of hard because he flies all over the place and he's a little bit of a pain in the ass to hit. But even then, I don't know, I'm indecisive about... Because, like, even death is kind of easy, as long as you're patient. Like, that's kind of the one thing about Super Castlevania 4, is... as long as you're patient against bosses, they're really not that bad. The only exception, like I said, is Slogre. Because I swear to God, that bastard, he just breaks patterns and fights dirty and doesn't give a shit half the time. He'll hit you when he's not supposed to hit you. He'll not hit you when he's supposed to hit you, and he'll leave you confused, and then he'll hit you again. Sometimes he'll fireball when there's no reason for him to. Sometimes he lunges, sometimes he doesn't lunge. Sometimes he'll land on top of you, sometimes he lands in the same spot. And you might be like, oh, Mitch, you just don't know how his mechanics work. No, I know how his mechanics are supposed to work. My point is, though, is sometimes he literally just says, fuck it, and doesn't do it. Alright, but anyway. We're about to fight a boss, so I'm going to equip... Actually, I think I want... Well, first of all, let's take off the Ring of Varda, because that really skews the stats here. Covenant Stone, Bloodstone. What do I even have access to here? Silver Rain? I get Ares. Storelight. Strengthens power of cross. We don't even have the cross. I'll take the Covenant Stone. Let's pop on the... I believe the Walk Armor is the best thing we got. Topaz Circlet. I didn't even realize I had that on this entire time. Let's put on the Dragon Helm. And the Alucard Shield is our best shield. Oh, and you know what? We're going to actually do the Shield Rod. I'll show you what the Alucard Shield can do. Hey, Death.
So, you've made it this far. In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there's a breath in my body.
Then for the Master, I'll feast on your soul this night.
Ah, I don't think you will. But yeah, so we activate the Alucard Shield, stick out your shield, and it damages bosses, and it absolutely wrecks them. You're pretty much playing the game on easy mode. We'll do it again. You can do this against every boss, and you shouldn't have a problem. So over here we get the Eye of Vlad. Now, that is all the relics of Dracula. So if we go to the relics here, you'll see that we got all the relics. So what you could do now, if you really wanted to beat the game, you don't even have to explore the rest of the castle. You can go back to the clock room, stand in there, the bottom's going to open up. This time it's going to be on top. It's going to be the ceiling. You go up through the ceiling, go into that room, you'll fight the final boss, you'll beat the game. Your ending is going to be different, though, if you take the time to explore the rest of the castle. I believe you have to be above 190% completion to get the best ending. We're going for the 200.6, so we're going to continue on. Pop back on the Alucard sword. Alucard shield should be somewhere here too. Throw back on the Alucard mail. Give me my 2 rings of Arda. Wonderful. Also, our luck is actually pretty good now. 31 plus 50. What is that? 80? 81? Yeah.
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
So yeah, make sure you have the Demon Familiar to come and press that switch for you. Speaking of, let's check out how his stats are doing. Level 17. Not bad. I am going to switch in the Fairy Familiar. That way she gets some levels. Plus she might remind me of, you know, some walls I need to break or whatever. So yeah, poor Slow, like I was starting to say, Slogar and Gabon, mad respect to these two. Went from the hardest 2 bosses in Super Castlevania 4 to being the easiest bosses in this game to just being regular old enemies in every game after this. And now they got turned into jobbers in the anime. So, they just can't win. Feels bad, man. Take him out. Perfect. Alright, let's make our way up here now. Ah, that could have gone a hell of a lot better. There we go. Yeah, so use the axe against those bats. Because they're actually lined up. I think they actually lined them up intentionally like this, so that the axe kind of kills most, if not all of them, all at once. Also, interesting little thing is, one of these things was the platform that if you stood on it, it fell. And they did it now in such a way that... Actually, I think I want this. Yeah. And now they did it in such a way in the inverted castle that it's already fallen over. I just think that's kind of funny. Come on. There we go. And here we get the Alucard sword, which is Probably the best one-handed sword in the game, in terms of not being super fucking cheap. Because there's a couple of swords that are technically better than the Alucard sword, but they're also cheap in the sense that they attack really fast, or they'll attack while you're moving, or you can power them up to ridiculous levels. So, as far as fairness goes, Alucard sword is probably the best one-handed sword. Let's jump up. Take out those thorn beads. Get the shiitake. I don't know why Japanese mushrooms are growing in Pennsylvania over here, but hey, what are you gonna do? Just want to make sure that I'm not missing any egregious areas. Alright, let's make that jump. Good. Oh, didn't play the angle right. Get the power of Sire. We'll use that at some point too. Probably against this next boss coming up. There's not a lot of bosses left in the game, honestly. Alright. These are the inverted catacombs. And there's a couple of things here. First of all, these witches, when you go through here, you want to put on the cat eye circlet. And I'm going to show you why. First of all, they put up a shield. And you have to kind of attack them in the air. But pretty much, when they turn into a cat, they'll run away. And normally, they don't do a lot of damage to you. But remember, the cat eye circlet, it gives you a big HP restore from cat damage. Which is exactly what... there we go. Which is exactly what these witches do. Ow. Ow. Throw a cat at me? Ah. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble against this thing. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Why am I having this much crap? And then the skull. Thank you. At least the cat restored my health. Why can't I... There we go. Thank you. So yeah, when she's running away like the cat, you can kill her. But make sure you restore your health. I'll take that. Ow. I mean, I guess I don't have to kill her, but I want to. Yeah, that cat's gone. Alright. So yeah, fight those with the cat eye circlet. You honestly can't lose as long as you keep refilling your health while she's a cat. Oh god, there's so many bats. Alright, we are bound to miss a room or two, just by the nature of the catacombs here. And the fact that it's upside down and slightly confusing. And there are bats everywhere. Oof. Ow. Ow. Alright, press on. You always press on. I'll take the Bible. That sounds lovely. Alright, for you guys, I am going to do a little soul steal action here. Just because I don't want to deal with that ice mage. As well as the witch. What are these? The Holy Ashes? No, I'd rather have the Bible. Keep going on. I feel like I already missed a room. But I think that... I don't know. Is this wall breakable over here? No. Yeah. I don't know, I'm always iffy on what walls I can break in the catacombs and what I can't. Ah, okay. Make sure to equip the spike breaker armor again for this room. If I can find it. There it is. And yes, I intentionally did that once again to upset you in your OCD.